What's going on YouTube? I got another video for you today. We're going to be testing out and just giving a quick look-see to CRKT Chanceinhell. Pretty cool offering this year in 2014 from CRKT with the Chanceinhell. You got yourself a survivalist type machete here, kind of to compete with the Kershaw Camp 10 and 14 that they have coming out with. They did come out with a redemption last year, and it was an awesome fixed blade chopper, but it was a little expensive. So now they've come out with the Chanceinhell that you see in front of you. Pardon the dust, I've been doing some wood stuff all in the shop this week, so we're dusty here. So quick look at her. Got a black finish on the blade there. Really awesome, good looking knife. It's a Ken Onion design if you can't tell already by the shape, but they do go ahead and mark that. I have my camera set up in a funky position than usual because this thing is very large and wouldn't fit where I normally set up my camera. This is coming in at 17.88 inches. The blade length is a foot long, 12 inches there. The blade thickness is 0.10. This is something I definitely was curious about when I was going to purchase this. How thick is this blade? For the price point and what you're going to get it at, which is around $35 to $40, it's actually pretty good. I mean, you're looking at about, like I said, 0.10, which probably equals out at, let's see here. Let me grab a little ruler. Of course you can't. Well, this is actually the best one to do it. It's about a little over an 1/8 inch. So it's not the thickest thing in the world. You're not going to want to be sticking it into stuff and prying it too much, which you can get away with. But it's a good, nice compromise. You're not going to be carrying at this length at, like I said, 17 inches. If it was a 1/4 inch thick, this would be very heavy to carry, and you may just can't, choose something else to carry in your bag. But as far as the weight goes, now that we're talking about it, let me see if I've got the weight here. It's about 1 pound 4 ounces, but it doesn't feel that way. The way it's balanced out, the way the handle is, it feels a lot lighter than that. Actually, I'm surprised now reading the information. The blade steel on this guy, if I have the information here, they're using a 65 MN, which is a steel I'm not too familiar with. I'm sure it's going to be comparable to your 440C, but I will look into that to see what it's actually comparable to. I'll try to remember to put that in the comments below. But overall, my first impression, I knew that I was going to like this as soon as I purchased it. The shape of it, Ken Onion's design, especially when I had the redemption. It's actually on loan right now. One good friend of mine is having fun cutting stuff up a few states away with it. But when I got the redemption and they had started to use this style handle, it felt really nice in the hand. So I was really glad that they carried it over into the Chanceinhell. You got yourself a flat grind and the secondary bevel here. It doesn't travel the whole length up there, which is pretty good because it adds to the sturdiness and rigidness of the blade. It does come with the sheath that you see behind you. Your average Cordura sheath, it does look and appear to be well made. They do give you this extra lashing, so you can go ahead and lash it up to however you need to on your pack. And it follows the way through the back. The actual belt is the belt attachment here is actually Velcro. So instead of having to pull your belt off, you can go ahead and slide this Velcro strap in there and mount it up as needed. I mean, you could have it so it drops really low, or you could have it up tight. A lot of options there. You've got multiple button straps. This one, of course, retains the blade inside. And then you have 2 straps here, so you can actually, it eases the deployment as you have it on your side to pull it out like so and get it out of there and actually put it back in there. Cool CRKT logo. Definitely just does a good job identifying what you're actually carrying on your side. And it's not cheesy or over the top. It's actually the real cool CRKT logo, and it's kind of, it's there, but it's not there, so it doesn't really overwhelm the overall appearance of the sheath. I like the way they did the markings on the Chanceinhell too, and on most of their knives. They kind of keep it small. That way it doesn't overwhelm and take over the whole knife, and that's one of the things I've always liked about CRKT. Ergonomics, just standing here, feel great. But we won't know for sure until I take this outside and start chopping with it. So I'm going to go ahead and do it now. Let me see, did I forget any other type of information on this here? No, it is manufactured in China. A couple people asked me last time when I did a review on the Redemption. That was also made in China, so is this. But the quality is really good. Looking at it right now, everything's very even, consistent, fit and finish. Definitely awesome for what you're getting at. One thing I wanted to mention too is they have the holes inside the handle. They do come with an extra piece of lashing or paracord that you can put through. But what another good option too is you could always run this paracord through this hole and back through to the top hole, so you actually can slip your hand in there and you don't have to worry about it slipping out as you're cutting if your hands are dirty or oily or whatever. That way you can ensure a good purchase and not end up with any unfortunate or accidents whatsoever. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this off this tripod in here and move it to the outside. So bear with me real quick. We're going to go ahead and pop you off here. It's going to spin 180. Woo, there we go. Okay. So let's go ahead and take her outside. I'm going to leave the sheath in here. And as we walk outside my shop, I'm going to go down. I apologize. There is no snow on the ground today like everybody else's test videos. Actually, there was snow, but I'm not going to be doing a test video in the snow. Well, I wasn't really. I had a bunch of other stuff going on. So anyway, here we go. The test setup there. Get you on the tripod there. Oh, I'm going to see if I can. Hold on, guys. Let me see something real quick. Nope, it will not rotate. Sorry about it being upside down. I have to adjust the tripod real quick, which shouldn't be a big deal. This is where I'm testing it today. And let's see here. So I'm back to the viewfinder there. And yeah, thank you for bearing with me. We'll do that. Up there, the sun's starting to come out, so that's pretty good. Fortunately, it'll be glaring in my eyes, but for test purposes, it works out great. There we go. That's the side of my shop. And let's see here, tighten everything up. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and chop through that branch you see there. I have some rope there to see what it'll do. If I can do one single chop through that rope, that is a 1/2-inch manila rope. And just basic, real quick type stuff. I'm not going to get too extensive with a 2x4 or anything like else. There's a lot of test videos out there. I just kind of want to give you the basics of its capabilities. So here we go. Alright. You see me there? Actually, let's clean some of this off. No problem there. Let's get rid of this. Kind of get it. Nice. Beautiful. Let's get ahead and Alright, and basically you can see what I cut there. The branch is roughly around 3 inches in diameter. This right here, if you can see it, is what I kind of cut into a point. It's you could definitely tell that it's not a heavy chopper. It does work. A little bit of weight behind it would have eased a lot of this chopping that I was doing. But as far as a machete, it would work great, and it's actually, it's like overkill for a machete, but just not quite a chopper. So if you were kind of trying to figure out now, if you had to process a lot of wood with this with the Chanceinhell, you could do it. It would become tiring, just because you don't have the weight behind it to get that good bite. But it can be done. Something small branch like that, I could cut up. You know, I could cut up enough to do a fire. But made a nice little point out of this. The blade is definitely sharp, way sharp. Let's take a look at the blade now. Okay, I got the, so here we are. I don't know if you can see that. Focus. There you go. So a little wear to the finish, but not much. Didn't really cut too much either. As far as it being sharp, yeah, it does feel still sharp. Let's do the old. Okay, let me see. Do I have any? Can you actually see that hair on my arm there? Okay. I don't know if you can or not. Well, we'll see. Yeah, there's no hair there. That was, if you can see, I don't know. And this, I hate doing this because it's disgusting, but right there is where I was cutting, and you see all the hair, my hair right there. So I was doing it where I was cutting. So it's still with that little bit of a chore there, which wasn't really all that much. It did actually go ahead and cut through there, no problem. So let's go ahead and cut some rope. Alright, like I said, we have ourselves some 1/2-inch manila rope. Let's see what I can do. Yeah, no problem. Okay. Alright, so this is what the rope looks like and where it cut through. If you can see that. See here. Okay. So it was a pretty clean cut. I'm just doing stuff that I would imagine. I mean, there's been a million times I've been on a camping trip where I had to go ahead and cut some rope real quick, and it does that no problem. So that's just pretty much it. That's as far as I'm going to go today as far as that goes. It does work really well. Light chopper. Let's go ahead and take the camera inside and go check this out. Alright, back to the shop. There's my tripod setup, guys. Alright, get you back. Sit in here. Rotate. Okay, back inside now. So, you can see it wasn't too extensive as I usually get on my cut tests. As far as whacking it with a 2x4, splitting stuff. Can you split with this? Yeah, absolutely. Can you baton with it? Yeah, for a little while. Eventually, excessive batoning with something this thin, no matter what it's made of or who makes it, is going to show wear. But as far as, like I said, it will process wood. Will it process it like an axe would? No. Will it process it like a 1/4-inch blade would, or like the Redemption did? No. But it is 1/8 inch thick for as far as the weight, and the way it feels in the hand, it's awesome. By the way, my hands feel perfect. The ergos worked out really well. I don't feel any type of fatigue whatsoever, and worked out really well. Let's go ahead and do one little thing real quick here. Let's go like these. Alright, cut test with paper. Of course, fail. Well, as you can see, it's still pretty dang sharp. And this is magazine paper, thinner, pretty thin. Not one drag or hang up going across the whole entire blade, and not see one hang up whatsoever. Anyway, you get the point. Let's see. Yeah, like I said, it still slices through paper pretty well. So as far as for the money, it's way cool, definitely worth it. The sheath is awesome, but I'm a Kydex guy, so I'll probably be making a Kydex sheath for this. And this is something I'll be carrying. It's a nice size. It's a little larger, but not too large. It's not reaching into the 20-something inch area. We're looking at just under 18 inches. And for 1 pound is not too bad. Like I said, as far as things that you would do with a machete, this would far exceed what a machete would do. Will it chop? Yeah, it will chop. Do you want to be chopping with this for a long time? Not really, but it'll get the job done for sure. But basically, any knife or any size knife like that, single-handed like that, you don't want to be chopping for too long. Even my Gil Hibben 1/4 inch, after a while, just becomes a pain in the butt to chop with. Or the Redemption. I mean, you could chop with the Redemption for a little while longer, but that's not going to be your primary chopping instrument. You're going to want to get an axe. And like I said, for your normal campsite chores or whatnot, this is perfect. I mean, it's awesome. It's a cool looking design, well thought out. Handle ergonomics are great. Fit and finish is perfect. Comes razor sharp out the box. I did a little chopping test, cut through a bunch of rope, cut through that branch on a few occasions, or on a few different spots there, and it still maintained its edge. As far as the finish goes, it looks more dirty than anything. I believe if I wipe this off right now, it'll probably look like I just pulled it out the box. So the finish seemed to hold on pretty well for the minimal amount of testing we did today. So hopefully, I hope that was enough information for you guys to at least consider this option from CRKT. Don't overlook it. It's a really cool knife. I mean, it's just badass. Ken Onion, you can't go wrong. So, you know, if you're looking at the Kershaw Camp 10, or, you know, definitely do not overlook this. I mean, this thing is, I mean, the cool factor is what got it. I mean, pride of ownership of something like this is pretty cool. Ken Onion design, it looks great. You know, I bought this before. I bought a lot of other stuff that's in it similar, in the same price point or in the same category. So, I mean, that's got to tell you something there. So definitely look into it. Don't rule it out. It's awesome, awesome, awesome. Can't say any more about it. So thanks for checking this out. Sorry about the long video, but test videos usually run long. Take it easy, guys. Peace.